Let us start with the problems by using convolution theorem. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I'll bring water. 1 minute. Hello. Okay. Now let's start the problems. Verify convolution theorem for the Fourier transform for the functions f of x is equal to g of x, that is equal to e power minus x square. Verify convolution theorem for Fourier transform. You can observe that same type of problem we have done in the Laplace transform also. Okay. So we have f of x is equal to g of x, that is equal to e power minus x square. We have f of alpha can be written as my integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x e power I alpha x dx Fourier transform. F of alpha can be written as e power minus x square. In the place of f of x, I can write e power minus x square. E power I alpha x dx you can take. This is Fourier transform. Okay. In the place of u, alpha is there. That's it. There is nothing is there. In the place of alpha, you can put u. You will come to know that whatever we have done, it is a Fourier transform. Fourier transform definition it is. Okay. Very late coming, Amsini. Okay. Now, in the place of u, I have taken alpha. That's it. Okay. Now, e power minus x square plus I alpha x we have. E power minus x square minus if you are taken outside. Why I have taken minus outside? Do you know that? Because infinity there. That's the reason. So, x minus I alpha whole square plus alpha square alpha square by 4 I have written. This is, you know, in the integration, one of the method, completing the square method, you know, in the integration. Same method I applied. In Laplace transform also, you have to solve the problems in the denominator to evaluate that. You already applied completing the square method. Same way. Here, how it is, what we have done. Here, x square minus I alpha x square minus I alpha x you have. So you just add and subtract it. Add and subtract it by I alpha by 2 whole square, I alpha by 2 whole square. So that automatically you will get x minus I alpha by 2 whole square minus I alpha by 2 whole square. You can come to know that. See that you add and subtracted by I alpha by 2. That's it, whole square, whole square. So that you will get this. You can do it. Hmm? E power, you will get e power minus x minus I alpha by 2 whole square plus alpha square by 4. This comes from previous step. Okay, in the previous step, in the power of e, what I have done, I just add and subtracted by I alpha by 2 whole square. So that I got like this. Okay. So if it's continuation of it, you just multiply by minus sign. So that e power minus of x minus I alpha whole square minus alpha square by 4, e power minus alpha square by 4. E power minus alpha square by 4 is a constant value. Alpha is constant, 4 is constant, e is constant. So that you can take outside from the integration. So that e power minus of x minus I alpha whole square dx we have. Let us take x minus I alpha by 2 as a y, new variable. So the dy is dx. Okay. So e power minus y square, in the place of dx, I can write dy, right? E power minus alpha square by 4 outside we have. Now, of course, you know the thing. E power minus y square is a even function. Already I explained regarding this one. If you have minus a to plus a, you can write 2 times 0 to a whenever the inside function is even. Otherwise, it is 0. Means what? Odd function, if it is inside function is odd, we can write 0. So that it is even, so that I can write 2 times 0 to infinity e power minus y square dy. But already you know that in beta gamma functions method, integration 0 to infinity e power minus y square is root pi by 2. We are in the last problem also we explained that. So that I can write 2 gets cancelled, root pi e power minus alpha square by 4 is what? uh, f of alpha. Since we have a theorem, f of alpha into g of alpha, uh, f of alpha into g of alpha, we have this theorem. It is f of integration f of x minus t g of t dt. So that I can write here. Okay. Now f of alpha, g of alpha value will become what? F of alpha, what we got? Root pi e power minus alpha square by 4. Similarly, if you take g of alpha, you can get same answer. So root pi e power minus alpha square by 4. Why? Because both are same. F of alpha equal to g of alpha. Already I explained that in the first one. So root pi into root pi e power minus alpha square by 2, because if the powers same, base are same, powers will be added. So from the convolution theorem, before uh, apply the convolution theorem, just find out what is convolution. F star g is the convolution. That value is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, f of x minus t g of t dt. So in the place of f of x minus t, I can write e power minus x minus t whole square. In the place of x square, I can write x minus t whole square. Wherever x comes, you can write x minus t. G of t, we know we have g of x. What is it? You have e power minus t square. So that dt. E power minus x minus t whole square plus t square. You have taken minus outside. Okay, in the power. X minus t whole square plus t square can be written as x square plus 2 t square minus x square. And that means what? Again, by solve this one, we'll come to know that x minus t whole square plus t square can be written as x square by 2 plus 2 times t minus 2 t minus x by 2 whole square in quadrant. Now from equation 1, where is the equation 1? Here the equation 1, f star g. Okay, from equation 1, but in the exam don't write equation 1. Okay, we doesn't know what is where it is equation 1. So you have to mention that formula, f star g formula. Okay. So that here from equation 1, f star g is my integration from minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus x square by 2 plus 2 into t minus x by 2 whole square dt. By separating e power minus x square by 2, you will get e power minus 2 into t minus x by 2 whole square you will get. So by solve this one, to solve what we have to do, by applying substitution method. See that substitution method what we have done. Let us take y is equal to root 2 t minus x by 2. Dy is root 2 dt minus 0. Dy by dt is nothing but root 2. Dy by root 2 is dt. So in the place of y, okay, root 2 into t minus x by 2 can be written as y. So that you will get y square minus y square. In the place of dt, I can write dy by root 2. So that root 2 comes to the denominator outside of the integration. E power minus y square dy. So e power minus y square dy we have, it's a even function. So that 2 times 0 to infinity e power minus y square. Okay. 1 by root 2 into 2 here. 1 by root 2 into 2. So that, of course, integration e power minus y square dy is nothing but root pi by 2. Root 2 gets cancelled. F star g is becomes what? Root pi by root 2 e power minus x square by 2 is the answer for f star g. Now come to the, so f star g is nothing but convolution. We found convolution. Now we need to find convolution theorem verification, left hand side and right hand side. So according to that left hand side, we have taken root pi by 2, root pi by root 2, f of e power minus x square by 2, that can be written as root of 2 pi e power minus alpha square by 2. So that f of f star g is nothing but pi into e power minus alpha square by 2. So according to convolution theorem, left hand side is f of alpha g of alpha, right hand side is f of f star g. Both are having pi into e power minus alpha square by 2. Hence it has been verified. Okay. Any doubt, any questions you can ask me, please. If you have doubt, please ask me.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay. Go to the next problem then. By using convolution theorem, show that f inverse of 1 by alpha square whole square, that is equal to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus of x minus t mod of x minus t plus mod of t dt. Okay, by using convolution theorem, we have to show it. Okay. Let us take f of e power minus mod of x, that is equal to 1 by 1 plus alpha square. So we can take it as f of x. That can be written as f inverse of 1 by f. If you transfer to right side, you will get f inverse of 1 by 1 plus alpha square. That is nothing but e power minus mod of x. Already we are done in Fourier transform. You can see that. What is the Fourier transform of e power minus mod of x? You will come to know that. That is 1 by 1 plus u square. In the place of alpha, you just put u square. That's it. So f of x is nothing but e power minus mod of x, right? So f of alpha is 1 by 1 plus alpha square, I agree. So f of alpha into f of alpha is nothing but 1 by 1 plus alpha square whole square, because both are same. If you multiply, you will get same. So f of f star g, that is a convolution, we can apply there. So f inverse of 1 by 1 plus alpha square can be written as f star f. In the place of g, you can write again f. By the convolution, you will come to know that f of x minus t. So f of x minus t is nothing but e power minus mod of x minus t, because f of x is e power minus mod of x. X minus t you can replace it. E power minus mod of t dt, because f of t is e power minus mod of t, because since f of x is equal to see that here he has given e power x minus x minus t plus e power t. So by the convolution, you can come to know that f of x minus t is e power minus x minus t mod of that, and f of x is e power plus t. See that. From that only I have written here. Okay. So from this one, of course, f of x is e power minus mod of x, f of t is e power minus mod of t, f of x minus t is e power minus mod of x minus t. Base are same, powers will be added, both are added. So hence we proved that. We applied and we proved. Show that he is asking. Yes, we proved that. See that? Any doubt, any questions you can ask. This is what convolution. Now come next. Wait a minute. Okay. Now Fourier transform applications. You'll see that applications. So convolution is over. Like this, we can do it convolution. Already you have studied in Laplace transform. Same procedure, but the Fourier transform we are using here. There Laplace transform we are used. Now, what is applications? Application-oriented problems regarding the maths. Regarding maths only, I'm showing that. I don't know in your field, so many ways you can apply. Later you will come to know that. But basically, what is meant by Fourier transform? How to solve that? If any problem arises in your field, okay. So that is the only thing we can teach. Okay. Now applications in solution of wave, heat, and Laplace equations by using Fourier transforms. Okay. So by using Fourier transform, we can solve heat equation, wave equation, and Laplace equation. You already know that heat, wave, and Laplace equation, second semester differential equations. If you doesn't know, you just check once. How to solve partial differential equations. In partial differential equation, you will come to know that. So here, by using Fourier transform, how to solve? So Fourier transform means nothing but it's a complex Fourier transform. So if the space variable x involved in the equation varies over the infinite interval minus infinity to plus infinity, the complex Fourier transform is employed, whereas Fourier sine and cosine transform are employed when x varies over a semi-infinite interval. So you have an interval minus infinity to plus infinity. So you can apply for a semi-interval there, okay, 0 to infinity. So let us take one, first start with one example. By employing the complex Fourier transform uh, method, solve the wave equation c square dou square u by dou x square. I'm telling dou square u by dou x square. So many ways are there uh, to present partial derivative. Partial derivative, somebody is telling day by u by day by x. Somebody is telling uh, del u by del x. So different names they will call. I am calling dou u square dou u by dou x is nothing but a partial derivative of u with respect to x. Okay. Here also c square into dou square u by dou x square dou equal to dou square u by dou t square. It's a wave equation. So we are going to solve this one by using Fourier transform. Okay. So x condition is there, that is x is in between minus infinity to plus infinity. T must be positive. Okay. Under the initial conditions, we have initial condition also u of x comma 0 equal to f of x and dou u by dou t of f of x comma 0 is g of x, where f of x and g of x are given functions. Okay. So let's start. We have the wave equation c square into dou square u by dou x square, that is equal to dou square u by dou t square. Applying complex Fourier transform on both sides with respect to x, I just apply Fourier transform on both sides. F of dou square u by dou x square, f of dou square u by dou t square. There, you know this one transformation function how it happens. F of f of f dash of x in a differentiation minus I into can be written as minus I into alpha into f of alpha. So similarly here f of x here, f dash of x, that can be written as f dash of x means what, dou u by dou x, single derivative. So minus I into alpha f of x, small letter f of x. If it is double derivative there, you can take minus I alpha whole square, that can be written as minus alpha square f of x. So f of x is equal to u into u of x comma t. That means what, f of x is u of x comma t. So here also double derivative here, not a single derivative. So that's what minus I alpha whole square f of u. Here also same. See that. That is equal to d square by dt square f of u. Okay, because second derivative there. So what is that second derivative? Dou square by dou t square. Here you just observe c square as it is. F of dou square u by dou x square can be written as minus I alpha square f of u d square by dt square f of u. So in the place of u with respect to t here, so u is a function. U is a function of single variable t. Okay, u is a function of single variable t there. Okay, so here u of x comma 0 is f of x. Dou u by dou t of x comma 0 is g of x. So that's why we have taken minus I alpha whole square f of u have taken d square by dt square f of u there. So c square into minus c square into alpha square f of u equal to d square by dt square f of u. D square by dt square f of u plus that means what, right side is come left side comes to the right side, that therefore it is equal to 0. This is the ordinary differential equation with constant coefficient. It's a differential equation. How to solve, you know that. So I applied d operator method. So d square plus c square alpha square f of u outside f of u there, like what you know that d square by plus x square into d plus 4 into y equal to 0. You know, in the place of y we have what, we have f of u here. So that's the auxiliary equation is what, you know, auxiliary equation how to find. In the place of d you have to put m. m square plus c square alpha square, m equals what? Plus or minus I into c alpha. That's it. C alpha. Now I need to find m value, we got it again. So now I need to find c value, constant value, that much, and alpha value. Okay. So how to get that? Any doubt? Okay. F of u of x comma t can be written as f of u. This is a complex function, so that we can write a cos c alpha t plus b sin c alpha t, call it as equation 1, where a and b are constants to be determined. Now by data u of x comma 0 equal to f of x, put t equals 0, put t equals 0 in equation 1. Why I am taking t equals 0? Because initial stage is time is 0. That's what I have taken 0. So f of u of x comma 0 is a. So f of x, capital letter f of x, a you will get a. A becomes f of alpha. F of alpha you can write simply. You can write as an alpha because m is equal to plus or minus c alpha there. That's all. So now again, f of dou by dou t of u of x comma t can be written as SMS minus a sin alpha, because you differentiate dou this one equation 1, you differentiate that with respect to t, you'll get this uh, f of dou by dou t of if you put t equals 0 for that, so that you will get g of alpha, that is b of c into alpha. So how we get g of alpha? Because dou by dou t of u of x comma 0, g of x he has given. So in the place of x, I substituted t. So that b becomes what? 1 by c alpha. We got f of u of x comma t. Finally, from equation 1. Because we got b value, we have a value. In equation 1, you have to substitute both the values. Okay. So you got f. You need u, because the wave equation is in the form of u. Solution means what? U only you have to find. So that f comes to the right side, f inverse of this one. So find out f inverse of first one, second one. So f inverse of 1 by alpha g alpha sin ct, c alpha t, and h of first you find out first one, f inverse of f of alpha cos c alpha t. So that f inverse of f of alpha cos c alpha t can be written as, cos theta. I already told you, e power I theta plus e power minus I theta by 2. In the place of theta, c alpha here, c alpha t substituted. So separated, so that you will get f inverse is we get f inverse of 1 by alpha g alpha, sorry, f in 1 by 2 f of x minus ct plus f of x minus x plus ct. Okay, so we got now to find f inverse, second one, 1 by alpha g alpha is sin of c alpha t. We can take h of x as integration g of x. We just differentiate both sides with respect to x. So that h dash of x will get f of h dash of x becomes what? F of g of x minus I into alpha h of alpha can get it as f inverse. So finally we get u of x comma t, that is 1 by 2 f of x minus ct plus f of x plus ct, it is 1 by 2c integration from x minus ct to x plus ct g of x dx. Okay, so this is how we can do it for finding u of x comma t. Here solution of the wave equation is nothing but finding u value, okay. You solve this one, you work it out, you'll come to know that. Okay, regarding test, I'm talking about test. I'll continue in the next class further. I'll continue in the next class. I'll send the notes of this one. Okay. Regarding the test, I want to talk to you. Stop sharing. Okay. Did you hear? All of you?